She stands at the altar, draped in white silk and sorrow. Her gown sparkles with lace, flowers crown her head, and golden jewels cling to her neck, as if the ornaments might hide the grief beneath her skin. But look into her face and you'll see it. This is not a celebration, it's a surrender. Her hands are steady, but her eyes, they've wept their protest already. She is young, achingly young, and beside her stands not a partner, but a relic of power and privilege, a groom old enough to be her grandfather. In a church meant for blessings, she is being bartered. The Unequal Marriage, painted in 1862 by Russian artist Vasily Pukirev, is more than a depiction of a wedding, it's a confrontation. Presented in life-size scale, the canvas draws us directly into the dimly lit interior of an Orthodox church. But unlike the warmth and joy we usually associate with weddings, this one feels cold, almost suffocating. In the centre, a young bride stands, pale and still. Her wedding gown, rich with lace and golden jewellery, should shine, but instead it feels like a mask hiding her sadness. Her face tells the story, swollen eyes from crying, lips pressed tight. She doesn't look at her groom or the priest. Her gaze is lost, as if trying to escape what's ahead. The priest raises his hand to bless the marriage, but his actions seem empty. The groom, old and stern, wears military medals that should shine with honour, but here they feel like a heavy reminder of power and control over the bride's life. Behind him, a woman in a bridal dress watches with judgment. Is she his first wife? Her gaze isn't mournful, it's condemning. Another veiled woman appears, another ghost of a past bride. A young man on the far right stares angrily at the groom. This is believed to be the artist Vasily Pukirev, pouring his anger into the painting. Next to him, another man looks directly at us, challenging us to answer, "Do you see love or just a transaction?" This painting didn't emerge from fantasy, it was carved out of heartbreak. It's not the work of an indifferent observer, but the outcry of someone who knew this sorrow intimately. Some believe that Pukirev himself once loved a young woman, deeply, quietly, perhaps even desperately. But love wasn't enough. She was taken from him, married off not for affection, but for fortune, to a man with more years and more wealth. Others say it wasn't his own tragedy, but that of his close friend, Sergei Vorontsov, who suffered a similar blow. His beloved was forced into a match with a richer man, her feelings discarded like something trivial. Whichever version is true, one thing is certain, this painting is personal. It's raw. Pukirev didn't just paint a scene, he painted a wound. Every shadow, every sorrowful face, every detail stitched into the bride's dress carries the weight of betrayal and loss. This isn't just art, it's resistance. Every brushstroke cries out, "This should not have happened." This was 1862, just 1 year after the Emancipation Reform of 1861, which freed millions of Russian serfs. And yet, freedom was an illusion for many. Young women were still being sold into status, into wealth, into futures they didn't choose. In this painting, Pukirev doesn't just challenge one marriage, he challenges an entire system. Unlike many masterpieces, The Unequal Marriage was recognised immediately. Critics praised its bold message, the public understood its pain. It even earned Pukirev the title of professor at the St. Petersburg Academy of Arts. But fame didn't save him. Plagued by health problems and forgotten by the art world, Pukirev faded into obscurity. He died poor in 1890, but this painting lived on. And the bride? Anecdotal reports claim she was a real woman. And decades later she was found living in a poorhouse in Moscow, not a wealthy widow, not a survivor of a golden life, just another forgotten story, like so many others. The Unequal Marriage is a masterpiece, not because of its beauty, but because of its brutality. It doesn't ask you to admire it, it asks you to feel it, to be uncomfortable, to question, and maybe to remember the countless silent brides history has buried.